switching this. If I export this to YouTube or something, it's going to be in 15-minute spurts anyway because YouTube doesn't think I'm important enough. Okay, I'm showing us broadcasting on my end.
I can see your broadcasting clear as day.
While Myla gets a ticket tokens, bleh, running.
Yep. Oh,
yeah, I'm using OBS right now, so.
Until the map's so big.
Okay, my app says I'm live.
Musical, if you can send me the recorded file later, I'd like to make that kind of like a first video for me on YouTube.
Sure. I might also be able to set up on Twitch if you have a Twitch account where you might be able to export it. I don't know. I haven't looked at this much. Okay, who is this Cooper Dejonic in my chat? Because I'm thinking I know this person.
That would be Double Cannon.
Wait, who?
Double Cannon from AA. I can time you out, DC. Just saying.
Hilarious.
I get no respect. No respect at all.
No, that is wrong.
Things.
For the record, my character's actually going to have feelings that could get hurt. Yeah, if I keep dropping, I will, I'll try a different piece of software. Like if we take like a 5-minute break at some point.
Okay. Well, I'm just getting everybody's tokens together
That's
so
fine.
that way we have them so we know where we're at.
Shut up.
There we go.
Why is it when I finally get viewers on my Twitch stream, I'm being trolled?
Yes. The robot mouse shall live forever.
Wait, what's going on?
Some of the AA people are watching the stream and they're picking on me in chat. Which is fine, it's fine.
Yes.
Just know every single one of your viewers is either in here right now, or it's Double Cannon.
I'm streaming to the Chicago server, which is as close as... That's as physically close to me as I could possibly stream.
The hell am I? Oh.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
No worries, no worries.
The map is so big, and our icons are these little tiny things.
Yep. The roads coming out of the map were being called tentacles by DC. I think DC said he was doing a 5th edition with his cousin or something.
And yes, we are playing, in fact, 5e.
Right. That's why I have it set to words, English. Golly. I'm incompetent. I don't think
Unfortunately, Mr. Ranger Danger, I'm gonna have to give you a regular Elf Ranger token for now until I can get you an actual one.
Cool.
He's Legolas.
Oh
yeah.
Well, here, I'll give you a blue person. Just so I can give you some.
Bye.
Twitch does not let me copy paste Arena Musical as a robot strip.
Ha! I can time you out or ban you. Just remember this.
So let me get to where I need to be. Alright, so... Paladin person.
I'm a paladin, yes.
And just remember, the scale is a little wonky, because like each square is like 20 feet. So even though you're a square big, you are not 20 feet tall. You're not 20 feet big.
I didn't think so.
To be able to get you and stuff. So you represent Paladin. You represent Druid.
I represent everything that's awesome.
Oh hey, when you zoom in very far, the icons actually are not just this little colored square.
Well, I zoomed out all the way so that you could see the thing and the stuff.
Which one of these four am I?
Mr. Bard. What was your name of your dude? Adlet?
Bardixton.
Yeah.
Bird guy. Jarek.
I was about to say, you can see my D6 roll.
Alright, so everybody's got their tokens now. You can move them around.
Okay.
Which one's mine?
I
That little
gotta
guy
zoom
right
in
there.
a lot. Am I still
There you go.
broadcasting?
You guys should
Oh,
be in the area where your stuff is.
golly. Okay. Am I the stabby? No, I'm the sword. Sorry.
You're the one in the blue with the mace and the
Yeah.
shield.
Well, you put it down when it was so small.
Am I the one with the staff?
Yes, you're the one with the staff.
I think I'm vaguely there. Very vaguely. Golly. I'm probably gonna make anyone watching this motion sick.
You make me sick all the time, so I'm used to it.
You've made me sick since the moment I met you. So,
So Shadow, where are you?
The center.
Oh, why are you at the castle?
And I'm digging up a lead.
Digging up a lead?
Yes.
Then we're gonna start with you.
Oh.
You go marching up to the front of the gates. There's 4 guards. They're wearing silver and white robes and armor. They each have a shield that has the hexagonal pattern on it. They each have a sword to their side, and one of them walks up and stops you and is like, "Excuse me, sir. May I ask why you're here at the castle?"
As I would stand daunted by the first sight of humans, and I'll demand them do they have leads on my father?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't at present have that information. Are you wishing to speak to our seneschal in regarding these matters?
Anyone would be fine. So far, my leads have led me to this place. So anyone that might know if he's in prison, or has he been here or anything, willing to pay as much gold as possible for any information.
First check of the night. Do me a favor and go into your character sheet. Do you know how to get into there?
I'm already there.
Okay. Do me a favor and just roll a persuasion. The little dice symbol next to on the left-hand side.
Oh, skills, right?
Yep.
Persuasion. Nailed it. Wait, how do I do that?
Click it. Just the little dice icon on the left-hand side.
I
just
see
click
it. Yeah, I see it.
Oh shit! First roll tonight, man. Good job. He kind of looks at you, over, and is like, let me send a message to one of the guards down in our prison, and I'd be happy to allow you to go and check over our lists of captives and anybody who's been detained recently. I'd be more than happy to let you down there.
I'll be fine, thank you.
Awesome. He waves over one of the other guys. Very quickly writes a note, hands it to him. About 5 or 6 minutes later, the guy comes back, and you see an older gentleman, who comes up with him. He's got kind of scars on his face. You can tell that he's battle worn, like he's been in some fights in his day. Kind of a little larger humanoid. He's wearing red and brass colored robes and armor. And he kind of comes up to you and goes, "This way, please, to the detaining center." He leads you in, not the front door of the castle, but kind of a smaller side door that leads you down some stairs. You guys whip around, and as you're looking around, go ahead and roll me a perception real quick.
Roll up perception?
Yeah.
Got it.
Awesome. Yeah, nope. You're like, these are cool looking walls. Cool looking stone masonry. It's awesome.
I've seen such architecture like this before. Not something that I'm accustomed to.
Yeah, you're because he's leading you down this corridor, you're getting kind of a little claustrophobic because you're literally surrounded on all sides by stone. You get that kind of You're so nervous that it's taking all of your senses. He leads you down another flight of stairs, and you're going down, like, for a while. Just downstairs and downstairs and downstairs.
The part where I'm clutching my bow at this point.
Yeah, he actually asks you, as he's leading you towards another corridor, he stops you at a barred gate, and he says, I would please ask you to remove all weapons at this time, please.
Ugh.
And there's like a little basket kind of seated on a table right there by the gate, where you see like some people have put like a sword or a couple of daggers. Because you, roll me another perception real quick.
Got it.
You see an elderly gentleman on the other side of the gate, talking to someone apparently through the bars, inside the actual enclosed area beyond the gate. So you can tell that this area where you were being led is like literally the jail. So, yeah, he asks you, if you take off your weapons.
I will. I actually thought about freaking kind of contesting against it, but then it's like, I want to make sure that this lead pulls through, so I'm gonna have to comply in the meantime.
Cool. You take off the weapons. He unlocks the gate, lets you in. You see about 10 or 12 just bars and then stone and then bars and then stone and then bars and then stone. Very meager little cells, little prison cells, a couple of cots. Each one has a cot. Each one has a pewter-looking chamber pot. A couple of them are empty. Most of them have, you see a guy in torn-up robes, looking like he got beat the fuck up. Human. You see a half-orc, kind of bigger guy. He looks like half of his tunic, the top of his tunic, has just been shredded by some sort of weapon or some sort of, like, somebody grabbing him and just kind of ripping at him. He's all bruised and bloodied and stuff. Looks like he got in a fight. The older gentleman that you saw through the bars is actually talking to a younger woman. Fair-skinned, very lithe, and she's just kind of sitting on the back of the corner between where the back of the wall and the side wall of the stone, and she's just kind of sitting there listening to him kind of plead with her. Do you want to kind of listen into their conversation or no?
Yes.
Cool.
You're up, definitely.
He's like, sweetie, you know you need to stop stealing from the marketplace. Dad, I don't care. Those assholes keep thinking that they're so high and mighty. If they're going to keep you here, dear, if you keep doing this. And she just kind of scoffs at him, like, Dad, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Ever since Mom died, I'm so sick of this shit. And you just hear them kind of, like, arguing about, her really wanting, to keep doing what she's doing, and her dad's just really, like, not, really upset about the kind of life that she's leading. So, and it kind of speaks to the fact that, you don't have a father figure. So, but you look in all the cells, you do not see an Aarakocra.
Immediately at that point, I'll ask him, like, what seems to be the problem? Maybe we could help each other out, and I'll take, like, a piece of parchment out that has a drawing of my father on it. Have you seen this man?
Are you
Tell
talking
me it's
to
a
the
stick
guard
figure.
or the elderly gentleman?
Huh?
Are you
talking to the girl.
Talking to the girl. Oh. She kind of looks at you and is like, the fact bird talking to her, and she's like, and her dad kind of looks over at you too and is like, and she kind of leans closer, and she's like, what do you mean? What deal you got there? And her dad just kind of looks at you and goes, why, sir, it's, my daughter's trying to change her life around.
Look, I have enough gold in my pocket for a rainy day. Maybe we can help each other out. I can slide you some gold. I just need information. Have you seen this man? This
Um,
Aarakocra.
yeah, no, you're totally legit in calling him a man. Like, you don't know any different. She kind of looks at the parchment and she's like, I don't know, man. Like, oh my god. Damn it, kick this thing in the teeth.
Light not cooperating?
There we go. She actually kind of looks at the parchment, kind of looks at you, and she's like, I don't know if I know the guy you're looking for, but I heard about a guy I knew in the basement. Yeah, I heard him talking about a bird guy he used to know.
All I need to know, and then I'll probably slide her like a small baggie worth of gold.
Cool.
This will take care of you and your problems. And I'll just head back to the guard, get my weapons back, and head on out.
She mentioned something. She specifically said the basement. You're not sure what that means, but she specifically said the basement. So we're gonna go to Toriko. What are you doing?
BRB. I don't know if he's back yet.
BRB musical. Where are you?
I'm in the White District.
Cool. What are you doing?
Uh,
Hanging out in the temple?
Probably, because she rarely left it growing up.
Well, no, this is not the Temple of Torm you're
I know.
used to. This is the Temple of Torm you're visiting. But yeah.
I know, but I'm saying that's the first place she would have gone to.
Cool. One of the priests actually. Now you've got your regalia, your sword, and your shield, and everything on you.
Yeah, my armor.
Okay. Yep. One of the priests actually kind of comes up to you, kind of like he's wearing his plain tunic. It's got the symbol of Torn on it. He's like, wow, I've never seen an actual like warrior of Torn before. And you see, he's kind of a younger kid.
Like younger than me, or like 18?
Barely, no, like younger. Like he's barely in his teens even.
Oh, okay.
Like 14, 15 years old. Like, and he's just kind of looking at you with like this, awe of, he's never seen a combat priest before. Like, as someone who actually like fights for the cause.
Oh, me.
So he kind of asks you, he's like, why'd you start fighting for the cause and take up the Great One's name?
Okay. Well, she would definitely be looking down at him, kind of sad, like she would kind of wish she didn't have to do this. She would be perfectly happy staying where she was. And she just replies very soft-spokenly. I'm not gonna do that here because I need my voice to actually get confident. Honestly, I wouldn't have done so, if it was not necessary. But some threat has come to my home temple, and I simply cannot stand still while everyone else could possibly be in danger. I have to seek and find out who. What?
He's like, well, maybe you should join up with the Bastions. Like, they guard the city and stuff.
I fear this may have been perhaps more personal, and basically all my looking at an investigation has brought me to here. And when you're crossing cities like this, you can't necessarily really trust one city guard to care about the affairs of another city, I suppose. What I've learned.
Fair. As you're talking to the young boy, an elderly gentleman, like 60s, kind of saunters up to you. This isn't a priest that you've actually talked to before, since you've been here in the temple. He kind of saunters up to you and goes, "Why, my lady, what dear troubles you?"
I'm looking for information, perhaps on basically a priest of our home temple, a couple cities away, has he was recently poisoned and killed, and it was, at least I think, perhaps poisoned. I can't remember that, and I seek information for his about his death. This is the person who taught me, like, basically everything I know about, about the gods and about everything. Jeez, really.
Okay, fair. He kind of looks you over and goes, oh, grave news to hear, depoisoned. Boys, what a terrible fate to befall someone. I'm not aware of any information that I could gather for you. Have you talked with any of the others? Perhaps any of the other orders? Torn's guidance has gifted many with means of retribution, but insight into secrets, insight into those kind of things. I'm not sure how you would gather that. And he kind of ponders and thinks for a moment, and he's kind of unsure. So, go ahead. Nope, good.
Right.
Were you gonna say something?
Sorry, my headset around again. Sorry. I'm aware of that, but I thought I had to try and look and find anything, and I've only been in this city a day or two, and it just seemed that this was the first place to try and come. I guess perhaps I was wrong.
He kind of thinks to himself, hold on. I'm rolling well today. I'm rolling well today. This is good. He kind of thinks to himself, and he's like, maybe guidance is not what you need. Maybe what you need is a reason. Maybe follow the guidance of the Great One. Maybe it might actually show you a path that you might not have thought before.
The Great One? I'm not quite... He's
He
not
kind
gotten out of the
kind
monastery
of looks
much.
He kind of looks at his holy symbol and kind of looks at your shield and everything. And,
all right.
He
right.
he kind of says, maybe opening your mind to the divine ones might help.
So perhaps I should stay in my meditations longer and not be quite so hasty to action?
Maybe some meditation and some focus would help.
Okay, I shall embark upon.
Awesome. Do you want to go ahead and do some things?
Like stuff?
What are you doing next? What are you doing next?
Probably if there is an area that's perhaps a little more quieter. I mean,
yeah, the upper floors of the monastery where you're in, you can just kind of grab a room.
well, I was thinking more in terms of chapel, but obviously not that word, but just somewhere. I'm not. But
Okay, take your time.
We're used to it.
I don't. Oh, basically somewhere to possibly be alone, but perhaps still able to hear what's going on, because it's a new place, it's a new thing, and there's some curiosity about what else goes on around here, because it's obviously not her home temple.
Oh yeah. Because remember, you do have some things at your disposal. You do have your cantrips, you do have your paladin, your divination.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So, is there any divination that can happen right now, or do I need a few levels?
Do me a favor. Roll me. Open your.
Opening it.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check real quick. Go ahead and
Okay.
just roll me a perception check.
Under
Go to your
attributes.
skills.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, skills. Skills.
Right.
Skills.
Yeah, it just
should say
reset
perception.
itself. So. Button. I made the mistake of doing the IE. Oh, that didn't do anything.
Here, you want me to roll it for you real quick?
Yeah, because I'm clicking it and nothing's happening.
Yeah, nope.
Oh,
Yeah, nope.
I got
Very
that.
pretty walls. Very, very pretty walls.
They are very pretty.
You take about 10 minutes to meditate. Kind of focus. Nothing really comes to you, and it's kind of almost like it's you're praying, and you're just like, nah, this isn't happening.
Crickets,
No, it's
crickets.
kind of, it's almost like you're hearing crickets bad. So it's kind of that realization of maybe I should see where else I can go with this. So
Yeah.
all right. So we're gonna pause you there, and we're gonna head to Maria, or
Okay.
Maria, the druid, my lady.
Who's in the green area?
Yeah. Maria? Brina? Marco? Alarm.
She BRB, but she said she was back.
I do know. Toriko, you here?
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, let's start with you then. You are where?
In
In
the
Market
gold area.
District? Awesome. Middle of the day. It is noisy as hell. People, shouting prices and money is changing hands. Are you with your group, or are you by yourself?
I'm by myself.
By yourself? Alright, it's busy, it's bustling. You see people, changing, coins are exchanging hands, produce is being bought, giant fish here, get your fish here, just loud and noisy ruckus, everywhere that you hear. So what are you kind of doing there in the market?
I'm going around spreading rumors that a giant mercenary band's about to come and ravage the place. But if
Awesome.
they pay me for protection, they won't get attacked when they come.
So, walk over to one of the shopkeepers, and shopkeeper's like, mercenaries? The Bastions have a safe. They wouldn't allow some meager mercenaries to hole up in the place. The city's very well protected. Or, so, anything else you want to kind of?
I tell them that guards can be bought, and that it's very easy to let people through.
Kind of looks around his stall. This is like just a farmer, just a local farmer. He's like, we're safe in the city. He's kind of looking shiftied. Go ahead and roll me a deception real quick. And nope. Kind of looks around, kind of looks towards a couple of the bastions that are kind of positioned in parts in the market. Nobody around you directly, but he kind of looks about, 20 foot. There's one about 20 feet away, there's one about 50 feet away, and there's one about, I want to say 60 feet away on the south. And he kind of looks at all three of those guys and goes, the bastions have my money. They're they can protect us. It's not like we don't, have a meager existence around here. We get our gold where we can. You gonna try to push them for anything else, or are you just gonna keep going down the line?
I think at this point, I'm just gonna keep going down the line. I'm just gonna take a quick note of if he's got anything out in the open that I could steal later very easily.
He's got nothing that you can immediately grab that's not because he's got cabbages and bundles of carrots and fish in a barrel, not a lot of big bulk goods. Go ahead and roll me a perception. Thought you saw something. Weren't sure. So as you're going down the line, talking to more people, they pretty much tell you the same thing as you're heading on down the line. That the Bastions have this place like nailed to the floor practically. Like if anybody's gonna be taking anything, that they've got pretty much this whole place locked down. After whipping up some go ahead and roll me another perception. Awesome. As you're heading from booth to booth to booth, talking to people, after about 5 or 10 minutes, you actually see something in the crowd behind you for a split second, and you kind of turn around, and it's kind of like this, almost like person, but you're not sure if it's person, and when you turn around to look at them, it's just gone. You're like, the fuck was that? So you're gonna keep doing what you're doing?
And I'm gonna go investigate what that was.
What the fuck that was? Okay. Do me a favor and roll an investigation. Cool. Yeah, you see footprints of a person that's not standing right around you, and they kind of lead off and around a corner towards a larger building.
Repeat that. I had a stat poker.
You see, as you're kind of looking around, you actually see kind of track marks, kind of boot marks on the ground of a person that's not currently standing around you. So, like, tracks left by somebody that lead down and around a larger building.
At this point, I'm kind of just continuing slowly going and following the footprints.
Okay.
Trying not to rush it, though, and get seen.
Kind of meandering over. As you head over near the building, you think you hear movement, and then you hear a loud bang, and then you hear like really quick footsteps, just as something is running either away from you or towards you. So what do you do? Margo, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah, time to DC. Panic.
Stay sharp, man.
I keep trying to follow it as much as possible,
roll me another perception. Yeah, nope. Yeah, you heard some sort of loud noise and footsteps. But you're not sure where the footsteps are going, whether they're heading towards you or away from you.
And then I just go back to spreading the rumors around about my mercenary band coming through.
After about a minute of you hearing that noise, all of a sudden you hear, "Help! Help! Bastions! I've been robbed! I've been robbed!"
I walk up to her and ask what happened after the Bastions get done taking her statement.
As she starts yelling that, you see like 2 or 3. Actually, you see 2 Bastions, dressed, armored up, and they come streaking on through her, and they're like, "What happened?" She's like, "Just somebody. They grabbed all of my box full of all of the stuff that we saved. Someone stole it. I don't know who." And all of a sudden, roll me another perception. Yep. You hear a noise, and you look down, and there is a small square wood and gold box at your feet.
this box locked?
It looks like there's a lock, but it looks like it's either been ripped or destroyed. And the box, and you can see that the box is empty. Do you pick it up?
Yes.
Awesome. You immediately, you pick it up, and you see the woman look at you and goes, "The thief! My box! My money!" And all of a sudden, the bastards start running towards you. What do you do?
Start
What do
running
you-
away.
Start running? Running.
This is going terribly.
Do you keep the box or do you drop it?
I drop it.
Okay, you drop it, it goes clattering to the ground as you run, and you're just running full blast. All of a sudden, you hear another noise, and it's all of a sudden, whoosh, and you're grabbed by the arm by somebody and thrown into the building, and the door is shut.
Can I see the face of who grabbed me?
And then you hear the bastions, you hear them running past you, and all of a sudden they run past the building and somewhere else. As you're breathing heavily and kind of winding yourself down, you look at the person who grabbed you, and you see this kind of... You're not sure how old this person is, but it's kind of middle-aged looking person. Longer-ish pointed ears. Probably elven descent of some kind, you're not sure. Long black hair tied back. He's wearing furs and a black cloak with a hood. And he kind of looks at you and goes, "Keep on your toes, boy. What are you doing?"
I was trying to figure out who stole her stuff and figure out what was in the box to take it for myself.
You don't look like anybody from around here. You're lucky none of the shadows didn't destroy you. Are you crazy?
I'm just extremely lucky.
I guess, jeez. I heard some of that nonsense about a mercenary group. What fuck are you with?
Years ago, I was ravaged, and now I serve them as their face. That came out completely wrong.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "Don't worry, I'll give you a minute." And you see him kind of grab a wooden chair and kind of pull it over and kind of has you, like, sit down and kind of regroup and just breathe and everything, so. Marisa, are you ready? Are you up?
Your family's problematic.
Ugh.
Hold on, let's try poking her.
Sabrina, are you there?
I got a hunch on who the elf is, but I'll keep my mouth shut.
Alright, so... Shadow. Now that you've, talked to them, where are you going?
Well, freaking, I got word that my, someone has connections to my old man in the basement, right? So...
Yeah.
In the basement of the same building I'm in?
Nope. You're not sure where the basement is. As far as you're aware, this is the ground floor of the castle.
This will be the part where I'll probably just freaking call the trail cold for now and make my way to the nearest market.
Okay. Cool. You make it over to where the market is.
Is the market again red or yellow?
The yellow district over here.
Ah.
As you're kind of like heading up there, heading around. This is several minutes before is when you're doing this. So you get up to the market district and you see kind of this. Go ahead and roll me a perception real quick.
Perception, you got it.
Wow. Nice. You see this person kind of going from stall to stall to stall, not buying anything, but just kind of walking like with a purpose, kind of talking to a person and then going to another stall, and then talking to a person and then going to another stall. Like, without buying anything.
Wonder what this man is up to. At that point, I'll probably take, if I can, take flight to the rooftops and just keep a close eye on him.
Okay. There's no higher buildings that you can see. There's a building kind of off to the side, kind of a ways. So you're just gonna kind of fly over and perch up there. Okay, roll me on perception.
Perception, you got it.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, you see a, kind of an elvish, descendant type male, black hair, kind of come out of the building you're standing on, kind of look and follow like you, kind of following this guy who's, like, doing this, walks over to one of the side stalls, and you don't see him grab anything, but, like, all of a sudden he has this kind of purple, this gold and wooden box in his hands. And you see him kind of fiddle with it, break the lock, take apparently something out of it, and then throw it.
The item itself that was in the box.
You can't tell what was actually in the box.
Okay.
Whatever he took. It was so fast that it was just like kind of a blur. And then after about a minute, you see the lady yell. You see the guy actually kick the box, and it lands right at the feet of the guy that went from stall to stall. And then you basically see what just happened, is that he starts running, the elf grabs him, throws him into the building you are currently on top of.
Okay. I'll go inside.
So,
I back on ground level, make my way inside the open.
Are you gonna wait for the bastions? You wait for the bastions to kind of run past him?
Yes.
Cool. Alright, so you see this whole thing go on, but you very specifically, because of your vantage point, you saw the elf, like, plant the box on this guy. And you can't understand how this dude did not see this elf do this. So, you don't even. You don't even understand. So Toriko, as you and the elf are kind of resting and kind of recuperating, so do you pretty much go in the door, Shadow?
Yes.
Cool. You see a bird person walk in the door.
I
Another
immediately
bird.
asked who he is.
Oh, he sees me.
Oh yeah, he totally see you.
Alright. I'll just freak out, or what's going on here?
I was being chased by a group of Bastions for grabbing a box, or stealing a box that I hadn't stolen.
Get a good look at the other person. Oh, anything.
No, all I saw was some footprints, and then I heard her screaming, came up and asked what happened, and then found the box, to which she accused me.
Point me towards the footprints. Anything at all.
Wait, pointing towards the what?
Point towards the footprints, that way I can follow it.
What
So-
footprints?
Wait, you said there were
You just-
footprints left behind?
No. You just walked in the door of where the elf and Tori are hanging out. There's no footprints. What do you...
Okay, never mind. Yeah, then I'll ask him, do you have any leads to find this other person, since that person left, right? One who stole the box, or the one who...
All I have is what the woman saw before she accused me of stealing her box. You would have to ask her if you want more information.
I will, since you got nothing at the moment. Be right back. Then that's when I'll go to the lady
Do,
and ask
do
the
me a
question.
favor, Toriko, or not Toriko, Shadow. Roll me an insight.
Insight. Got it.
You can tell by looking at the halfling and the elf. The elf is barely able to contain his laughter. Like, he is clutching his side. He is trying not to burst out laughing.
I know this.
That's when I get either both confused and angry and ask what's going on here.
And once you say that, he can't. I got you good, kid. I got you good. And he looks at Adlet and he's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I wanted to see how you would react. I took the box from her. Don't worry. I put her gold in her pocket.
Very
She's not
reason for all this trickery.
Come on. You guys are obviously new in town. No right guy in their mind would try to, push up protection money. Come on. If you're really wanting to gain some ground in the city, you gotta know who to talk to.
I'll never understand you Elvins. Ever at all. If you guys don't mind, I will take my leave. I have other matters to attend to.
And he kind of looks at you and he's, okay, fine, jeez. And he looks towards Adlet and he's like, hey dude, tell you what, if you want to kick back with some people of your own mind about it, come to the basement with me, seriously.
The basement? That's when I overheard that and I would come back. Where is this basement you heard of?
The basement.
The basement.
Not a basement, it's the basement. You want to come too? Letting you know, it's kind of cramped down there.
I think I can handle it. Now.
Alright, so, Druid, are you finally ready?
Hi.
Okay. Alright, so, you're hanging out in the Park District, right? Yes? No? Yes? Or are you hanging out with the horses?
Please.
Sabrina?
They're all in the same area, right?
Well, no. Where you're hanging out with the horses is they were a merchant caravan, which dropped off their ore over here at the in the crafting district. That's where they would be holed up. It's over there. But if you want to wander over to the green district eventually, this is kind of your off time. That's cool. So, but that's where they would be. They would be over there in the crafting district.
I'm glad I'm not the only one with the mint silence when it's my turn.
Well, I have the minute of stammering, you may have noticed. Stammering and verbal diarrhea.
So, what are you doing?
Alright, is that about the right area?
Well, no, it's up to you. Which area would you like to be in? Would you like to be with the horses, or would you like to be in the park?
Well, isn't she in the red
The
area?
horses for now.
The horses for now? Alright, so let me move you. Oh,
I already moved you.
Oh, you already moved you? Okay. Hanging out there at the inn. It's called the Iron Maiden, is the inn where they're hanging out with the horses. And so far, after the couple of days that you've been here, the horses are looking way healthier than they were when you first saw them. They've actually kind of every time you feed them and take over their oats and their water and everything, they're nuzzling on you and licking you and You know, it's kind of that reaction when you have like a pet. You know, they're so happy to see you when you come over with their food and their water. And this is just after like a couple of days of you just interacting with them.
Yeah, and I mean, they're worth taking care of, especially since they've been hauling all of that merchandise.
Yep. And you see the caravan owner. You've seen him a couple of times since you've been in town. But he usually stays in the bar. Not necessarily outside. You know, he stays in the bar with the rest of his crew. At about the third day, which is present day, they're getting ready to hitch the carts together, get all of the merchandise together, hitch the horses up, and they're getting ready to leave with a bunch of the goods that they have. As they're hitching up the horses, you can tell that the horses don't want to go. Like, they're adamant about staying here and just chillaxing. And you see the stable hands, they're taking the bridles and they're taking the harnesses, and they're trying to get the horses out of the stable area where they're kept and bringing them around to where the carts are. And the horses are just pulling and bucking and just, they do not want to go. And the stable hands are like, freaking horses, where are you? And you see this half-orc like gentleman, he's just kind of grabbing the bridle and just kind of forcing this horse into a place that it just does not want to go. So, what are you doing?
I approach them and I tell them, if they don't want to go, don't force them. Get yourself new horses. Surely you have the money.
And he kind of looks at you and he's like, why pay for new horses? These are perfectly good horses. They're even better than when we had them before. Nice and healthy. They should be good to pull the cart. And he keeps grabbing the bridle and just pulling.
There's no sense forcing anything to move if they don't want to. Perhaps you should be the one to move along instead. While it may be true that they're healthy, I'm the one who did all the work. They were terrible when you tried to bring them into the city. If it wasn't for me, they wouldn't be as good as they are now.
And he kind of grudgingly gives you a look, and he's like, he kind of tenses up, and he's still holding the bridle, but he's kind of just keeping the horse at bay, kind of deal. And the horse is just kind of looking at you with this look of, don't let me go. Don't let him put this on me. Don't do it.
If you're really that worried about it, how about well, what do you expect? Especially after how malnourished they were. You saw how skinny they were and how they are now? What's the point of forcing them to go through that again when they'll probably keel over by the time you get to your next place, or even before that?
And you hear him kind of sneer under his breath. Well, they're easier to handle when they're weaker. Because now that they're stronger.
Does he already have the bridle on the horse?
Oh yeah. He's got the bridle, like the things in its mouth, and the leather strappings are around its head. So yeah, he's got the bridle on it, but he's trying to force the horse to go where it doesn't want to go. So what are you doing?
I could take out one of my daggers and cut the bridle from the horse.
Yeah. You cut it free, and it falls a heap of metal and leather just kind of falls off the horse, and the horse just rears back, kind of stamps its feet and kind of shakes itself and kind of looks at the orc like, you know, what up? And the orc grabs the bridle and runs. It's like, fuck this. Yeah, no. Because this is a healthy, you know, almost 200-pound animal. And just this stable hand's like, fuck this. And just like runs back into the bar.
I couldn't help but suppress a giggle, and I turned to the horse, giving him a good pat on the neck.
Yeah, the horse gives you a licking like, thank you. I hate that thing, thank you. Kind of gives you a good nuzzling. After about a minute or two, the stable hand comes back, and you see the stoutly the caravan owner, and he comes out and goes, "What's going on here? I need those horses hitched up to the carts now."
Then get yourself another set of horses. These ones are not going.
And he kind of looks at you and he goes, I don't pay you to tell me when to get new horses. These horses are healthier than when I had them before. They're worth a good 2 shillings more an ounce."
Alright, now how many horses do they have?
From the look of the caravan as a whole, they've got about 6 horses, 2 for each cart.
And how much would the horses be apiece then?
At their health and their weight and how well you've taken care of them, probably double their original costing price, which is probably about, let me take a look. But it's a lot more than you have. Like a lot more. For 6 horses. Buying the horses out from under this guy, not necessarily like worth your you just don't have it. There's no way.
Alright.
The horse, draft horse. Normally each horse would be about 50 GP, but because you've been taking good care of them, they're a good 75 gold apiece. For each horse. Just because because you've been taking such good care of them, he could probably easily sell them for a high market dollar.
Well, how much you've been paying me is probably not even near the worth that it ended up costing to take care of them. And I'm the one who put in all the work. They came in here about ready to keel over. What kind of caravan owner are you if you can't even take care of the one thing that pulls all your merchandise in the first place? If you take these horses now, I can assure you they're not going to make it to the next town.
And you see the horse kind of put his head up over your shoulder and go. and kind of the caravan owner kind of looks at you, looks at the horse, the big horse, big healthy, strong working horse, looks at you and goes, "You can get these horses hitched up to the carts without any more delays. I'll give you an extra 20 for your pocket."
How about this horse right behind me, and then you can get yourself another with that gold.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
How do I do that?
Open your character journal.
Get to your sheet. Get to your sheet. Do you know how to get to your sheet?
Yeah, I figured out that part.
Okay. Go to the skills tab and go to persuasion. And there should be a little dice icon.
Okay, I'm at the skills and I'm looking for
Persuasion. Now, you're trying to say, like, I want this horse, and you can keep your money? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see like a little shield icon next to it, but I don't see anything that looks like a dice.
I don't know. Top left in the character sheet tab, top left you should see a thing that says skills.
I'm there. Okay, I found it.
Well, here. Oh, here. There you go. You see the persuasion? There you go. Nice! And he kind of looks at you and goes, I can probably find one new horse. But if you can get them hitched up without any trouble, you can take your friend here with you.
Fine. You also have to make sure that they're fed before you get to the next town, otherwise you're gonna lose them. And I mean really feed them.
And he he kind of kicks the ground. He's like, "Oh, trouble I go through to get my supplies," and kind of grumbles and grunts and groans and heads back in. And the stable hand kind of like hastily follows after him because he's like, "I'm not dealing with these horses." So, do you spend the next couple of minutes just hitching up the other 5?
Yeah, and kind of putting in extra bags of feed into the carts
Cool.
that at least the horses know where they are.
Cool. Awesome. And your buddy, the horse kind of licks at you, and he's kind of sad to see all his friends go. He kind of nuzzles their noses as you put kind of the bridle and the clamps on them. Kind of nuzzles at them and is like, "Oh, I'm so sad to see you go." And this horse that your buddy is kind of it's almost like a Clydesdale. Like it's not like huge like a Clydesdale, but it's a sturdier horse. You know, bigger front limbs, more for carrying and pulling than for riding or racing.
Well, that doesn't really matter to her, because, I mean, in the end,
just so you
can
have
at
kind
least
of
do a
a
little bit.
just so you can have a mental thing of how big this horse is. You know, it's a pretty good size horse.
Yeah, even Clydesdales could be ridden, though. It just takes a bit more work.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So where do you take your buddy? Do you take your buddy with you, or where are you going next? 'Cause
Yeah,
now
I
you've
think
had
my
all,
buddy
have all the horses hitched up.
Yep, I at least let the caravan owner know that the 5 horses are ready to go. Tell him good luck in finding another one as good as these, and take my buddy towards the park.
Cool. It's an open area park. Actually, as you're journeying through, which way do you go to get to the district? Do you go towards do you go through the market, or do you go around? Because that's the quickest way. It's through the market.
Yeah, I figured through the market.
Cool. As you head through kind of the marketplace, you see like there's some commotion going on. You're not sure like what's going on, but you hear kind of loud noises and kind of your horse buddy kind of nuzzle at you, kind of worried. You hear a commotion. You hear some yelling, and then you see 2 bastions kind of run down the street past you. And they head up the street and they kind of turn, and so that's kind of what you hear as you get to the marketplace.
My curiosity ends up compelling me to see what's going on, giving my buddy a good pat on the neck for reassurance.
Cool. So do you follow the bastions down?
Yeah.
Cool. You see them run up, you see them turn, you see them head towards a group of about 3 or 4 guards. You see them, you see an half-orc guard. He's wearing white and silver. You see him write something down, and you kind of post it on kind of a bulletin board that's kind of set up on that corner. That says, any information leading to arrest of petty thieves, come see Bastions. And you see a picture of what looks to be a small humanoid male, and pretty much a kind of crude description of Adlet.
Oh, joy.
I'm gonna post it on the wall.
Give me just a sec here. One of my puppies is being mean.
Alright, well, we can deviate your scene, we can go somewhere else. Yes?
I
No?
Yeah,
think
for
she's-
now I'm just kind of observing what's going on after following the bastions.
Okay. Musical.
What? Wake.
You ready?
Yeah?
Going back to you.
Oh boy.
Cool. So where are you headed out of the out of the district? Where are you going?
Well, I can only go two ways, either into the graveyard or through the park, so I think she's going to avoid the dead people, and probably just wander through the
so you're
park to
heading
clear
towards
her
the park.
mind.
Awesome. Do me a favor. As you're walking kind of through the park, roll me a... Let's see. Roll me a perception real quick.
Let me get this stupid option. I think it's...
Come back the way.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even see, like, I have empty buttons and nothing's happening when I'm clicking. I am not using IE next week.
Alright, do you want me to roll it for you, sweetie?
Please, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Pretty trees. Pretty trees.
Awesome.
Use your robot mouse powers to fix it.
Dying to fire.
Awesome. So, so you've got the big park there. There's, this big thing is actually like a pond, an actual functioning pond with like fish in it and birds in it and like
Birds that swim?
well, like
Okay!
go type dudes and like little finches and sparrows in the trees, and like there aren't any big trees except for like one big gnarled looking oak tree that's kind of on the side of the pond. For the most of it, you're seeing kind of like tall wetland style grasses that were probably transplanted here, as well as like bushes and shrubs and that kind of thing. So no trees in this area, but like more like bushes and shrubs and grasses and that kind of thing. More of like a picnic area, and then you've got the pond itself.
Okay. I'm standing by the pond. My little person's there.
Cool. You hear some talking. Some people, there are various people hanging out by the pond. You actually see a fisherman
User entered
kind of
your
doing his
channel.
thing. And you kind of,
User left
looking
your
around,
channel.
looking around. Alright, so you three, the Arakokra, the Halfling, and the Elf.
Uh-oh.
You guys, the Elf takes you through long ways around the market district and into the park.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What happened to this basement?
You've been out of the
The
basement
Elf
for a
is like,
while.
don't worry, we're almost there. We're getting there. And he kind of leads you through the park, and like every so often, like the bastions will walk by, and the Elf's like, shh, walk normal. Walk normal. Nothing to see here except a giant bird and a halfling. Let's see. The elf actually kind of like ushers you into kind of a little outcropping of like bushes. Kind of looks at you, Adlet, and is like, do you have any way of like not making yourself so noticed?
I have my
Me?
disguise.
Yeah, do me a favor and roll your disguise kit if you want to use it.
Shadow's a bit
Fine.
conspicuous.
Not you, Shadow.
Hey,
There should be a thing on your skills that says disguise kit
they're in this year.
right there. Awesome. Yeah, you managed to muddy yourself up and like put on some. You actually grab a wig out of your disguise kit and put it on.
You a chick now?
He totally looks like a chick now. Wearing a dress. Wearing a dress and wig.
Wait, is it musical's dress?
Shut up!
It's totally musical's dress.
Yes, it is.
It's a pretty, pretty dress.
Don't sing
It's
it!
a pretty, pretty dress.
Oh,
And-
this is awesome.
And he indeed feels pretty.
Sandra's gonna cry he
Elf
missed
kinda
this.
looks at your disguise and looks at your dress and goes, you know, I've done that before, and that's awesome. And reaction of seeing this like halfling just kind of pull out a wig and a dress.
I would look at him. It's like, you people are so strange.
Oh,
So as,
crying.
as the elf kind of leads you down to the park area, Miss Paladin person. Go
What?
ahead and roll
What?
me another,
I'm okay now.
roll me another perception.
Can't roll anything. I'll use a different browser next week, I swear.
Right. I gotta do a thing. I'll do it for you.
Sorry.
Why do you?
Oh,
even
frick,
use
I'm
ID?
screwed.
Yeah, no.
Why is it red now?
You're like you're so pondering your meaning of existence. You have no idea what's going on.
So I don't even realize they're there.
Nope.
Great.
The elf actually kind of stops the two of you, Shadow and Tori, kind of stops you and goes, think there might be a bastion guarding the entrance? Do you guys want to... I can get the door open if you guys can run interference.
Not much for being a part of a team, but we have to deal with this for now. I have places I need to go. Shout out
fair.
ahead.
Okay, cool. And he kind of points over, and you see a figure kind of near where the lake is, where the pond is, and you see apparently a bastion kind of just standing near the pond, armor and weapons and everything. And you just kind of see this person kind of standing there by the pond, and the elf's like, yeah, I'm gonna go around on the side if you guys just want to distract the bastion.
But I'm not a bastion.
They don't know that.
And I'm the
They
one that's
don't
currently
know
hanging
you are
around with the
wearing
dude in the
armor.
dress, right?
Right, I am wearing armor, yes.
No, the halfling, he's wearing the dress right now, so that's all
Yes.
part of our plan. Or that's just his disguise, not a part of the plan.
Yep, that's part of the plan. That's part of the thing.
Well, the disguise is part of the plan.
So,
Yep.
well, me and the halfling can, like, I don't know, pretend to be a married couple. Directions.
I love this. Go for it.
My brain.
Okay.
I'm not thinking about the physics of this. I'm not thinking about the physics of this.
Go ahead. Who wants to open? You guys do this. This is where the fun part comes in.
Oh,
I get
God.
to let you paint the scene for me.
I'm just looking at the halfling like, look, I'm not exactly enjoying this as much as you are, but freaking, we have to get through this somehow. You're the one that's dressed like a girl, so let's just get this over with. So we'll talk to the guards and try to pretend like we're looking for directions somewhere.
Okay.
Like you're
So,
what?
So you guys walk up to the bastion. Anicia, you see this bird man and this younger woman kind of sauntering up towards you.
I'm looking at them like they've grown 3 heads.
Yeah, almost like they're lost. They just come walking up towards you.
Well, she's mostly probably eyeing the Birdman because he looks more exotic, but she has no idea what's going on, doesn't know why they're approaching her, and again has left her house very few times and knows very little. So she's like, can I help you?
If you would be so kind, good person, is to help me and my wife find our way around the main cathedral. We're new in town, and we can really use the help.
My husband's always so bad at directions.
I love it.
Wrong.
Shadow and Nadlet, go ahead and roll me both roll deception.
Deception.
Oh
Right.
no!
Deception.
Wait, I have a chance of seeing through this. Oh frick!
Go ahead and musical roll your insight.
I can't. There's gotta be a chat command to do this.
Oh no, I got it.
Oh, Mira missed it.
Oh my god, yes!
Yes!
You
How did I get that?
You kind kind of see them kind of ask you for directions, and you get, like, the woman's got a little bit of, like, sweat, almost kind of dripping down her
Face.
Her face. The Birdman, just his feathers are kind of ruffled. He's looking a little twitchy.
Is she crossing her legs in a very awkward fashion?
Yeah, like she's tugging. She's like very, very kind of tugging at her dress, kind of nervous.
Well, again,
They
Dent
both
is a.
look nervous for some reason.
Where I would look at my
So
card and
honestly,
go,
she's probably going to presume they're nervous because
Try to
they're
do
lost,
something.
because she's been nervous because she's been lost. So she'll probably just answer their questions so they could get on their way and maybe relax again. Because she's like, oh, being lost isn't any fun, So she points back the direction she came in. She said, it's in the White District on the other side of the park here. If you just keep walking straight that way, if you miss it still, I can't help you. And she would probably just send them on their way.
I would look the other one. Looks like it's time for Plan B. We can't get her off her post.
Yep.
Try to make an attempt to stun.
Just grab her and pull her away.
Yeah.
Remember my
At this
constitution
point,
roll.
Sabrina, you're actually leading your horse into the park area about this time.
Okay, moving her now.
Oh, should we move these icons out of the gold area?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are all over here.
So we're here, right?
Yeah, you guys are over. Yeah, you're kind of walking over this way with the horse, which I need to make an icon for.
Oh wait, I'm still with this guy. So we're here, but we're distracting this person, and so we're here.
And you got a horse.
He's on a
Is
horse.
he- I don't like horses. Lie.
Oh.
No,
Alright,
you're supposed to be over here with us three.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sabrina, you have control over the horse icon now. So what do you do? You gonna go to stun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. I want you to go to your weapons tab.
Already there. I think.
Okay.
Now, are you just trying to hit her with, like, your fist? Are you trying to short sword her kind of in the back?
Not that short sword.
Gonna hit her-
Decisions.
Gonna hit her broadside with the sword, or what are you doing? How
I'll
are you
use
attacking
my
her?
fist.
With your fist? Are you using your talons or no?
No talons.
No talons?
Talons, I think,
Alright.
would be too damaging.
Okay.
And then I'm just using like the butt of my dagger while holding it in my hand.
Oh, so you guys are you guys both attacking her?
Oh, yes, we are.
Like, let's declare for my
Plan
sword
B
and
is
shield
in
are in my
full motion.
hands.
Yeah, but it's a surprise attack.
God dang it.
Let me see if this works. Hold on. See if this works. And you're just kind of going in to stun her kind of deal?
User entered your channel.
Yeah.
Holy crap, there are people in here.
Yes.
That's a change of pace.
I'm probably gonna get hurt.
No, I haven't rolled it. Yet. So, and then, so Yavik, you're just going in to kind of hit her. And then Adelaide, you're just using the butt of your dagger.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and both of you roll an attack roll for that.
And I have
Yep.
for what
Yavik.
I'm looking at it like talons, the one that's under on the far right of talons, right?
No. You're gonna use the one that says unarmed, closer towards the
Unarmed.
bottom. Under short sword. You're gonna use that one.
Short sword. Short sword off. Oh no, I see unarmed. So on the far right of that.
Yeah, far right of that it says attack. Cool.
Well,
Alright, so,
frick!
Does the dagger doesn't beat your AC, right?
I don't remember what my AC.
Your AC
Hold on.
is 18.
Okay, yes. I'm an idiot. So I think I'm
Your AC is
okay.
18. So you see this dagger, the butt of this dagger just kind of like he aims too low and kind of like just misses you, and then the bird person comes forward with his fist and just clocks you right in the side of the face.
So am I going down?
No, you've taken 2 points of damage, but you're still standing.
My instinct is probably to attempt to thwack the one who hit me harder with the shield.
At this point, do you say anything when you get hit?
Ow! I don't know. What's on? That hurt. My best Silvari impression.
Person?
I think they're under your spells, Maria.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I know. I'm getting them. Don't worry about it. I got them. So, yeah. At this point, you're hearing like a commotion. You hear a oof, and then like this. You see this armored individual just get clocked by this bird dude.